Greetings. Today I want to speak to you concerning Vin Dayal court case and his retirement. And I'm only doing this video just to say, you see what I told you? Uh, I said that 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 4 years or 5 years ago. It's just basically a reminder. Okay. And this is not me being presumptuous or me having anything against anyone. Okay. My whole motive from the get-go has always been to awaken people to think for themselves and to get out of the narrative that they were fed with from since they leave their mother's womb and having this human experience. In other words, I wanted to get people to question certain things. Okay, and so I started making videos about Vin Dayal and start exposing Vin Dayal before he was ever exposed because I realized I was ahead of him. Okay, though he had known the law and he had certain esoteric knowledge, I get to realize the way he came into those kind of knowledge is different to how I come in to the knowledge that I have, okay, of the esoteric, okay. And so, because of my awakening experience, okay, and I would have gone to the ninth dimension, gone beyond my skull and all of that, okay, and could unfold the entire Bible, unfold the Quran, unfold all religion, for that matter, unfold all of the so-called justice systems and so on and all of that, and show you where their replica of and so on, okay. Because of that, I was willing to put even my life on the line to share with people. Okay, and so anyone who doesn't know about Vin Dayal and would Google that name, Vin Dayal and the $28 million, you see what I'm talking about. And you see whereby I would have said that his ministry is over a year before that. Okay. And so just recently he stepped down and put a young man, which I know him very, very, very much. Okay. And also another young man who was a part of his Todex's assembly. He break away and he gone with his own crowd too. But when they said something the Friday night when the police was counting the 2.6 million in $50, $10, $20, $10 and $5 and so on, because he would have already taken in the $100 million, the 28 million, okay, 100 TT, okay. He said that once the wars is being sown inside there, you can't escape so easy, because he understands the power of the subconscious mind, because Walters used to preach all of those things that Vin used to talk to him about on the phone, okay. And Vin, where he live in Trinidad, I've never been there. I've always heard Walters and the others said he have an eagle at his gate, so easy to find where he lives, and so on. But that eagle at the gate is a symbol, okay, and it's not what you've been told, okay. For those who know that I've been teaching the inner sun science and technology to create your reality consciousness, we'll have a little bit more understanding of what that eagle is really all about and what it really and truly represent, okay. But this video is to ask you concerning the court case where he said that he took the newspaper articles and he sent them to all the ministers and so on. Well, why haven't he updated the ministers of what is going on? And why for so long you can't hear anything about the money and the court case? Okay. And recently when he make his travel and he come back, okay, from his travel and so on, which they allow him to travel, okay, just for that occasion and come back and so on. And they see his, his travel documents again. All of that is just a game, just a charade. You see, when I told people that William Branham, what cloth William Branham was cut from, and how he set the court case outside, for 40,000. They laugh at me, they call me stupid, they call me crazy. Even those in Africa, they say, oh, it's envy, it's jealousy. They say Vin is a legend. I have to do a video on that too, okay? They say it's weed I smoke and all of that. Okay, let me take my glass up so you can see my eyes and everything, right? I want to know what kind of weed a man could smoke to come to the level that I would have achieved. Okay? You see, I've always been a mistake. Vin could have always could have sensed the kind of energy I had before. Okay, even Walters, all of them. I was different. Anybody who look at me, you could have seen. Some would have read me wrong. Some would have had the wrong impression about me and so on. Okay, and but I was very very observant, and you know I've always been this kind of person. For example, I remember quite vividly when I was in Trinidad, many times at convention, and when I tell people like like my mother and so on, she lives in Trinidad, and so and when I say love until the face change because white people have a certain thing about love until though she was living more on the Mova side, okay, and so there's a stigma behind love until and so on, okay, but they would tell you there is no stigma behind Christianity and behind these people that call themselves Jews and so on. And there's no stigma behind William Branham. There's no stigma behind, Clarence Larkins and behind this man who used to call himself Malachi 4 also, that William Branham used to go by grave, John Alexander Dowie and so on, okay? And I could go into a lot of things, right? But I'm just saying these things to really get your attention because I know for sure that when I started to do videos, Vin Dayal said, you wanted attention. And yes, I want attention. Everybody wants attention. Okay, if you have something to offer, okay, it's a part of advertising yourself. Okay, church is attention and it is business and it's advertisement. Okay, but they're not going to be that honest like me. Okay, and so you say, oh, don't pay him no mind and so on and all that. That's exactly who he is. And he would never respond or do anything like that to me. And just like me, if I meet him face to face, I'm not gonna confront him. I never confront Walters or anything. I leave the foolish followers to come and do that and to confront me and so on. Leaders understand leaders, don't make nobody fool you. We understand one another. Okay, and we don't try to pull on one another. No. Don't get tricked. You see, for example, people who looking at Iran and Israel and Trump and all the same thing, and they don't even understand what's going. Oh, fulfillment of prophecy, brainwash. Okay, so my brothers and my sisters, this video is to really get you thinking because a lot of people, if they be honest with themselves, they asking themselves, we'll be coming to this court case, this, that. They ask themselves a lot of questions. A lot of people hang up. A lot of people do not know where to turn. So some of them will follow Nigel. Some of them will stick with Kiwi and so on. And it's like you're jumping out of the frying pan and jumping in the fire and so on. And I'm doing these videos, as a record, okay, to prove a lot of things because as time progresses, okay, and people see, okay, they would realize that action always speak louder than words. They would realize that I've always been a genuine and honest person, okay. They would understand that. They would understand all of the videos I did earlier and so on, what they were really all about and so on. So all of this is being done out of love, So don't think I hate Vin or have anything against Vin. Okay. And if you like me to do more videos and if you, of course, have been affected by the message, they call it the message. Don't be afraid to do an interview or something with me. I wish many people who've been chopped, and get caught up and who start to free themselves would do some interview or something with me and something. Reach out to me, man. You know what I mean? I help, you get help. I'm offering help because I know you will get help. You know what I mean? I have such a heart for people. It has always been something in my DNA since I was a little boy. My mother said I used to go on the mango trees and heap up mango. I never wanted to go to school for people who pass by, you know what I mean, to help them. I've always wanted to help people. I've always truly and genuinely love people. Okay. From the get-go, I've always, I could have seen through Vin. Okay, I remember two brothers stayed by me, what was their name? Larry and Joseph, yeah. And they spoke so highly about Vin, and they were really looking up to Vin and so on. And many of us, we come from homes or families, with just one what they call single parents, but they don't really know such a thing as single parent. You take two people, it take two to mingle, right? But when men do stand up to their responsibility and so on and all of that. So that's why sometimes the church just come like if it's a place, a safe place, and so on. So you look up to people because everybody want an idol. If that's the right word I'm using, but a role model is a better word. Okay, somebody to look up to and so on, and somebody to give them encouragement. Yo, I'm telling you, bro, I'm as real as they get. I'm just real. I'm just. Even my mother can't stand me how real I am. People can't stand me for being as real as I am. And that's why when I started to do YouTube early and they reach out to me to join their cabal and they offer me certain opportunities, basically to be nice with what I'm saying, I give them the middle finger just to be nice. Okay, and not use certain words. You understand what I'm saying? Because that's just who I am. I've always been this way, bro. If people really know, how loving and how true I am, okay, they would have never make a bunch of comments that they make, when I was doing these videos. And so I remember my certain sister, she said she would take my book and tear out the paper from my book and wipe out behind and all of that. So the Exodus girl, sometimes when I think back about the Exodus and I think about the choir, especially them in the choir and the ego and so on and all that. Man, there's so much. But my brother, my sister, this is not me trying to pull down people or anything like that. I've never been that kind of person. I'm just real. That's why when I do this video, I have fun. I want people to have fun with me. Yes, I want people to enjoy themselves. It's not about pulling down and criticize and all of that. You understand? He's a good man. You understand? And Vin is a wise man. The people in Africa call him a legend. He's a legend. Okay, so, and somebody says, oh, he's being sarcastic. No, I'm being real. Okay, I'm being real. Okay, everybody have to do things based on the level, energy, vibration, and frequency they on. His level is his level. People who vibe at that level, they vibe at that level. But people who vibe at a higher level, they just vibe at a higher level. There are people who can vibe with my level, and the people who can't vibe with my level. It's just simple as that. So, my brother, my sisters, there's a lot to talk about. Let us chat. Reach out to me, man. Let me talk, what I mean? Interview. I've been doing a bunch of interview with people. You could imagine if you was a part Jim Jones camp in Guyana, where Jim Jones killed thousands. Okay, make they drink the Kool-Aid and so on. And someone wanted was to interview you. You would have liked to really help the world, to tell the world to be careful and to look at the signs and see the red flags and so on. There's so many red flags. There was that thought, Exodus, man. Sometimes I say, brothers, if you all ain't registered at church or whatever, we registered. I used to ask a lot of questions, man. I used to look at a lot of things, man. Come on, man. There's a lot of things I could go into. Okay, and then let me come to a close. As I come to a close, there's a special sister taught Exodus. I've respected. She was like one of the nicest person down there. She was the only person who ever really introduced me. Say, oh, this Nadine brother, and so on and all that. She was so nice and so genuine. I just wish her the best. It's always been my blessing. For her to have the best life. Choose the right person in life and all of these things. But my brother, my sisters, their time in your life when you have to really wake up and be honest and true to yourself and look in the mirror and realize, hey, I've been searching for myself all along and I didn't know. Yeah, man. So my brother, my sister, I hope this talk, it resonates with you. If you do, chat me a comment, okay? And don't just criticize me, say looking for everybody looking for attention. Everybody want attention. Yeah, I saw the sister in Texas when she get married, everybody was like, God, can't believe she never smiled and never let me stop with me foolishness. I love too much of thing. Okay. So my brother, my sister, I want to thank you very much. If you want to get in touch with me, check out the links down. You want to get my books, about 10 or more books to choose from, like how to turn water into wine, your mood is your fortune, spiritual recipe for better living, the secret vagina, mystery of the virgin birth. Man, that book will blow your way. Okay, how to open the floodgates of abundance, meditate to eradicate poverty, and much more. So, my brother, my sisters, I have things to offer, man. Okay, I have goods, I have services, man. Okay, I have something to give to you. Okay, I'm a giver, I'm not just a taker. I'm a giver. Okay, and remember, everything exists and giving and taking. Okay, yeah, man. So, with that being said, my brother, my sister, I want to thank you very much for listening to me. And I want to encourage you to encourage me to make more videos by your comment. Please give me that encouragement. Let me make more videos. There's a lot of videos I really want to make, but because I'll be so busy doing my businesses and so on, and now I have some time. I have at least about a good, 3 weeks or so. Okay, rest. Well, it's not no rest because I still doing my other business and thing and so on, but I get a little bit more time. I want to make some videos for you and thing. I want to really, inform and help you because I know what it is to, be a part of Todex Assembly. I've been following William Branham, any kind of religion and so on. Please, man, I want to help you, man. I want to help you. Just give me a listening ear, please, and measure what I'm saying and think. That's all I want. Don't believe me. Take what I'm saying with a grain of salt. But if what I'm saying hitting you and helping you to think, that's what I'm talking about. I remember a woman from Africa reached and say, first time I saw her, say it was crazy. Criticize it, but boy, after a while, boy, I started to say, boy, this man say he making sense. I start to hope more. Change your life. By what? Get you to believe in me? No. Get you to believe in yourself. And that's what I want to get you to do. Believe in yourself, man. Yeah, man. That's the power lies, Yeah, man. So, my brother and my sister, I want to thank you very much. Peace. Love you all. I'm out.